EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round one. Kevin Streelman is your leader. He's rolling early at 8 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer in good form coming into this one fresh off a victory a week ago. So Frank, the eyes of the golf world very much centered on the golfer we'll be following here at Pebble this week. 2 starts on the PGA Tour and 2 wins. First at PGA West, then Torrey Pines just a few days ago. You and I have been talking. We just have not seen anything like this.
No, I remember some of the guys, well, the Hoopla, the Tiger Woodses, the Jack Nicklaus. I mean, they came on, we expected them to play well, but they never played to this level, especially on 2 totally diverse golf courses. So this is an incredible start to their professional career.
That will not be the start to the round you're hoping for. That tee shot to the bunker right away. So many great golf courses here on the Monterey Peninsula. We're at Pebble Beach for this, the 3rd tournament on the PGA Tour schedule this year. And Frank, we look at the golfer we're going to be following. Rookie on this tour, still looking to play the weekend for the first time after 2 missed cuts. Is there a danger of getting too discouraged early on?
There certainly is, and I think that's exactly where the player feels right now. If all of a sudden it's 3 in a row, you start to think, have I made the right decision? But I remember a line from the late, great Arnold Palmer. He said, this game is 90% mental, and the other 10%, well, that's mental as well. You can see why the architect has put this bunker exactly here, because if you don't hit a good shot, you're going to find another bunker, and that's exactly what happened.
That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll stay at level par. Frank, this whole area of the country, Monterey, Carmel, 17-mile drive, just such a stunning setting for golf. We're just taking a nice drive with the emerald green fairway set against the ocean blue. It's just ideal. But talk to me about playing the course, Pebble Beach. What should a young golfer like this keep in mind when teeing it up for the first time as a professional?
Rich, it's the polar opposite of the drive-in, where you decompress and look at the views. Because once you get onto that first tee at Pebble, it's a wonderful golf course designed by Jack Neville. You're going to realize that no 2 holes look the same. I mean, that's stating the obvious there, but side hill lies when you play it towards the Pacific. And then you sort of beat your way around the golf course. The beautiful downhill par 3 7th. I know it's talked about and it's photographed, but that's where you start scratching your head and like, do I have the right club? And that's a feeling you get at Pebble so often around this golf course. But I mentioned 7, so I've got to mention 8, 9, and 10. In my opinion, they're the 3 best par 4s in a row in any golf course I've ever seen. I mean, they're beautiful driving holes and iron play, but Pebble's about the experience, but it's also about the legacy that this golf course has for America. So to compete at Pebble is one thing. To play well at Pebble, well, that's another thing as well. Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Oh, missed it right. Just didn't have the right line. That finished off for par. Needed the second, and he'll stay at even par. Well, Frank, here we are at the third. Severe dog leg left, and I'm just curious how much of that dog leg the big hitters might think about chewing off.
Rich, the game has changed so much. If there's a hint of a breeze behind, I mean, really, have a crack at it with a driver. It's about 350 yards, really, to the front edge of the green. But if not, you've got to negotiate those 3 bunkers on the right side. And depending on what club you want to have to head off the tee, decide which one of those bunkers you want to aim at.
And this, not the longest hole players will encounter, so just an iron off the tee, and it works out to perfection.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Nota Begay down on 3 green to look at this putt for birdie.
And a dead straight look here. Very little break, just has to get it on line.
That is well judged, straight into the cup. It's a birdie here at number 3.
Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right, because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
And that, not what you're hoping for, especially after the birdie a minute ago, as this is into the bunker.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
Good run going here early. This is birdies at 3 and 4. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, the safest play here is to the left center of the green. Okay, safely aboard.
14 feet to the hole.
How about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie.
It's a tremendous par 5 here, the 6th hole. Frank, you can plainly see Stillwater Cove on the right. Where do you want to put this tee shot?
When you look at that tee that you're on for a start, Rich, you're 20 yards above. So whatever you hit's going to go at least 20 yards further. So I look at that first bunker, 270, really only playing 250 yards, and then the fairway sloping towards the right. So even a 3-wood for some of the longer players, just something that hits around there, could even be a long iron, it's going to scoot forward. If you get 270 yards out of your tee shot, I mean, you can still reach this par 5 and 2.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Wonderful tee shot here. Biggest challenge is you cannot see the pin sitting on the green. You're going to have to pick out a point along the edge of the cliffs to get the ball on line.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Couple nice shots up to this point. Ball sitting in the fairway, looking straight at this beautiful green sitting right against the Pacific Ocean.
Just 6 feet left for the birdie. Oh, everything going right now. That a 4th consecutive birdie.
Tee at number 7, and Frank, this is the shortest hole in championship golf. It is also one of the most beautiful holes in championship golf.
Yeah, it certainly is, and people assume that short is easy, but just look how small that target is.
This one's looking good. Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Nah, missed it left. That's a letdown. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7, and he'll remain at 4 under.
Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world, the 8th hole here at Pebble Beach. Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world. Yeah, very controlled shot there with the iron on this short par 4, and that's going to be just fine. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Just think about it. You've got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
No, that's going to miss right, and a good opportunity goes by the wayside. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th, and he'll stay right where he is.
2019 U.S. Open number 9 was the hardest hole on the golf course. Frank, give yourself certainly a good crack at 4 by hitting the fairway.
And that's all you wanted to do in 2019. It's fine to say all too, but having to hit the left side of this fairway just to keep it in play, and then once again hit into, I know we say this a lot here, but a very narrow green and a very small green, but this time with a long club.
Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony, and a great result in the fairway. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the 9th, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
Here we go.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that will be a sizzling 31 on the front side, 4 under par.
Start of the inward half and another big and bold par 4, Frank, with the ocean yet again running the entire length of that right side.
Yeah, you call it the ocean. I call it the world's largest water hazard. But looking in on the other side of the fairway, and you'll see those 3 bunkers. Needless to say, they have to be avoided. But you do actually have to hit your tee shot just inside those, because once again, you've got a fairway that tilts left to right.
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
122 is the number. Pin smack bang in the middle.
Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And he moves to 5 under now, 3 back of our leader. We head now to the 370-yard par 4 11th, where ideally you'd like to favor the left side of the fairway to open up the approach into one of the smallest greens at Pebble Beach. And that ball absolutely walloped. That is a big drive there. So after the
big drive. This, a short approach to the par 4. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. Chance now for another birdie. Oh, no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he'll stay at 5 under.
First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that, that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12, and he'll remain right where he is. Here we are, Pebble's 13th 401-yard par 4 that some consider a bit of a breather on the course. Birdie is definitely a possibility here. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee.
Oh, that is squeezing every inch of distance out of the golf swing. That was as powerful as you're going to see. Now, from just under 100 yards, he'll stare down his second.
I'm not quite sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
Now this for another birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll stay right where he is.
Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee.
Frank, a chance here to get home in two, a chance maybe to do what Gary Woodland did on his way to winning the 2019 U.S. Open.
Yeah, Gary hit a great 3-wood, but I don't even think he was trying to hit that on the green. You look at that big gaping bunker left and short of that green. You would think that's to be avoided, but no. That's actually where you want to finish up, because it's such a hard pitch shot. There's no point laying up. If you can get it into that front bunker, it's a relatively simple splash out shot. One of the few times you want to hit your second shot into a greenside bunker. Oh, that second shot just ran out of fairway, but still, nice little pitch shot and a good chance to make 4 at par 5. Just a gorgeous shot. This has been a clinic today.
Easy does it there. It's a birdie at 14. He's going to get to within 2 shots of the lead now as he moves to 6 under par. Next up, the 393-yard par 4 15. Tee shot in the fairway gives the players an excellent shot at birdie, but be careful losing it right onto that 17-mile drive. That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing. High launch angle. That was just about perfect. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain at 6 under par.
Par 4 16th hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee?
You don't need driver here for a start, Rich. It's a long iron or even a fairway wood. Now, you see that big gaping bunker in the middle of the fairway? That's not really in play. 205 yards gets over that, but that's the line. If you look closely up the right there, those 2 bunkers, you just see a little sliver of the bunker, the left of the 2 on the right. That's sort of a no-no. So anything slightly left of that runs out about sort of 280 yards, that is prime.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. A little under 90 yards left here for his second.
In golf, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and he'll remain right where he is.
Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on the sport. Playing so much history of this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a one-iron for Jack Nicklaus. He said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And, of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy. And they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the US Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland, he had to chip it on this green and made 3.
That one safely on the putting surface. Chance now for another birdie.
And a very straightforward look here. Down the hill with no break.
Nope. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here, and then you let it rip. Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5. really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Oh, that's why you leave the wedge in the bag. Perfect roll right there, right through the edge of the fringe, and it's into the bottom of the cup for an eagle. So for Frank Nobilo and all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now.